Hi again, this is Rochelle Young, Senior Director with Origami Owl, and this is going to be my last video for tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and show everybody what I have done. I have made some adjustments to my display. The biggest reason that I did this is because new designers tend to feel very intimidated if they see a lot of product. And customers are overwhelmed by it. I know I was overwhelmed by what I was seeing. So what I did is I dropped down to just 3 charm trays, and I've also just dropped down to a sampling of lockets. You don't need to have one of everything out. And let me tell you, the way that I look at this is kind of funny, but for those of you women, when you go on a first date, do you tell the guy absolutely everything? I love the bus and I use them. No, I am not moving away from them. I think they're a very, very important part of your display, and they give you height and dimension to your table, as you can see. And I'll flip sideways so you can see this better. So anyways, kind of going back to what I was saying, if you go out on a date with a guy for the first time, you're not going to tell him every single thing about your history. You're not going to tell him your middle name, your favorite color maybe, but you're going to give him surface things to keep him interested so that he'll call you again. And I look at jewelry and Origami Owl as the same exact thing. I want my customers to be interested. I want them to ask me questions. I want them to have conversation with me, and I want them to be able to come back for something more. So if you have absolutely everything showing right here, every single locket we have, 1, they're overwhelmed. 2, they are not going to have any reason to talk to you. You've put it all out for them. They can go through it, just like putting price tags out. You put price tags out, price sheets out, they don't need to talk to you. They have everything right at their fingertips. And you've just eliminated your potential for communicating, connecting, and building a relationship. So I've gone back to this again, and my party today, my party averages are usually between $400 and $600. My party tonight was almost $800. There were only 6 or 7 people that bought. They loved this setup. They didn't feel overwhelmed, and they've had a party with me before, so I asked them that question. What do you think? Give me feedback. What do you guys like? What don't you like? They absolutely love the fact that my charm trays are one of every charm. Literally. They're one of every charm that we have. Now, what I did do is every single holiday charm that we have, I did not put those in back stock. They're all out. And then the MLB, they're all out. And then the birthstones as well. I put all of those out. And I do label, just a label machine, and label each section. It's easier for customers. So what I've done is I've taken and eliminated a lot of that overwhelming feeling, because there were 5 trays out here. So I'm going to back up and show you guys what this looks like right now. So there were 5 trays. Can you imagine? That's a lot of product to look at. That's a lot of decisions to make, and it's going to take your customers a long time. So all of my charms are now here. So I've taken all my back stock, all of my extras that are more than 1 each, I put them in charm trays. And you see how much space that takes? Not much. Come back over here. Look at how high those are. Imagine 2 more of these full in these bags. It's a lot less weight, it's a lot less to carry, it's a lot less confusing, and it's a little quicker for the customer. So the next thing that I did is I use these little cubes. I get them from NileCorp. I use a prepaid Visa if I order anything from NileCorp. You can buy them in bulk, they're 15 cents a piece. So what I do is I take the dust, 1 of each color, and I put them out just like this. So what happens is a customer is going to look at that and they're going to say, oh my gosh, what is this? It's a great upsell. Excuse me. And you're basically just going to be able to take a locket, open it up, they have their charms, and go, oh my gosh, you have da-da-da-da. And this green, it's brand new, and it's going to look amazing. So you just open it up, dump it in, and close it, and they can play with it. And you're upselling, but you're also adding more sparkle and pizzazz to that locket. So, and then what I also do, since these are so inexpensive, is I offer them to my customers, because guess what? They now have somewhere to store extra charms. So they're going to say, oh, this is storage or whatever, and oh my gosh, I have a place for all my extra charms. So guess what? You may not just sell 12 charms that night. You may sell 15 because they now have the ability to switch them out and not worry about losing them. Sampling of plates, kind of the same concept. Dangles, I have them all out. Just too cumbersome to worry about which ones to pick. People have a hard time picking through jars. This is a piece that you can purchase from Joann Fabrics with a coupon. I think it's like $8. Not super expensive. You don't have to put all this on here. Mind you, I have a lot of retired product, a whole lot. Do you see those? Retired. Lots of retired stuff on here. So those are all there. Customers love them. The other thing I do is the bracelet display, again from Origami Owl, and it's actually kind of got torn up today, and I'm down a bracelet, but I do a triple. I do the wrap with just one of the frames, and then the other piece that would have been here would have been a double wrap with one of the circular frames on it. So you can see all the different ways, and then up here, the featured watch. So you've got the slide that you can talk to them about right here with additional pieces, so you're able to look at all of that. If you don't carry as much inventory, are you at a disadvantage? Absolutely not. I have designers that sell more product at home parties than I do. And I have found that carrying too much overwhelms the customer. They take a catalog and they leave. So that is why I am reducing. And I've done a lot of really big events, and that's why I have the stock that I have, because I've stocked up for those big events, and unfortunately they didn't go as well as planned. So I am reducing. So no, you don't need a ton of product. You absolutely do not need a ton of product. I'll show you these guys, and I'm going to show you one other thing too. So bracelets, this is retired. And then just a couple of samplings out here. Actually, a couple more things I'm going to show you. And then earrings, and then just the company display. Okay, so what I've done, and the company provides us with lots and lots of tools. So the lap boards that are in the back office, I've never used them in the past because I was inventory. I'm shifting to these. And what I'm doing is including a catalog, an order form, and these are well loved today. I'm including the wish list, and what I'm telling people is to put their name on it if there's something not in this catalog that they want or that they would love for Origami Owl to consider adding to a future catalog, to write it down. Then I'm taking this information, now that I'm using FitFu, which is Frank, so F-I-I-T-F-U, so FitFu, fortuneisinthefollowup.com. I can list their wish list on their customer profile, and I can tag it as a wish list, and then when we get new catalogs, I can pull all those customers with a wish list, and I have future sales waiting for me. So those are on here, and then an order form. And then on the back, I have the Hostess exclusive, and also the Who Do You Know list that I created. So if they decide that they want to host, they have a document right here that they get to go home with right then, and they'll go home with this, the catalog, and I'll give them a couple other pieces. But this enables me to do a quick rundown of the information. And I'm going to be adding also kit contents and kit information to the back. And then they can look at the catalog before they come up to the table and start selecting items. So the final thing, which I actually did a video on a couple days ago, actually. Let me get this open. Excuse me for a second. Was the plates, which we no longer have. Somebody was asking me how I actually sort my plates. These are retired, guys, and there's so much. So what I've done with my plates is I just label them and then put them on bags and then on a ring so I can get to them easily. So if somebody wants to see what else I have, I just grab out my ring and I say, here they are. You can go ahead and look through them. So really super helpful. Before I cut you guys loose, does anybody have any questions? I may have missed a couple along the way. I want to give you some good tips and information. I'm loving the fact that I can talk to you guys through Periscope. I just wish I could hear your voices. It's really, really helpful to see this type of stuff. There's the core line. Anything else you want to see, send me an email. You guys know how to get a hold of me. Fortune cookies. Easy. Okay, so we'll cover that really quick. The hex risers are in the back office. Actually, I'm sorry, the hex risers are in origamiowltools.com. Oh, those hex risers. Okay, those are actually from Hobby Lobby, and they're from about a year ago. They came in a standard wood, and I painted them. If you can get your hands on anything like this, they're super helpful. There are also gift boxes, which I don't have in here right now, that nest, that are at Michael's, and you can nest those together and use them in the same exact fashion. So fortune cookies, let me tell you what I'm doing with these guys. I've always kept all of my packaging, every bit. You guys are going to scream when I show you this. Ridiculous, right? All my packaging is here. Every single bit is down here. And I use the car carrying totes from the Nest. So what I'm doing right now with these is I have actually taken some of the product that came in the Mystery Hostess packs and I put them into fortune cookies. So I utilized that this evening with my party and basically told everybody, if you decide that you want to host, which I'd love you to, your hostess will also get a half price item and you're going to get a mystery gift. So I put a gift inside of each one, and it was simple things like, let me see back here. These are some of the items that came in that mystery pack. So one of each of those items went into it. So if they decide to book a party, they get to pick that cookie, whichever one they wanted, and they get what's inside of it just for booking with me. Now when they build a locket, since the hex boxes are not coming with them like they used to, they're limited in how they're coming out. You're going to be getting fortune cookies also, and you can buy these online as well. I let my customers pick which one they want if it's not super busy. And then basically from there, once it's built, and this one's probably not a good idea. Oh, and I can't do this one-handed, but I'll take the actual item and stick it into here, and then I leave a tail out so they know where to open it. You can buy them from Nile Corp as well, nilecorp.com, but please do not use your credit card. Make sure you get a prepaid card to use. I think I saw that question. Do they get the gift the night of the party? Yes, I let them take that free item because the Mystery Hostess bags that we were given the option to purchase by the Nest, the largest one was $99. It had $469 worth of product in it. And I actually took some of that product and gave a few pieces to my brand new designer because I know it'll help her with her table and her display just to have a couple of extras. And then I figure that these pieces are just going to be items I can sell. And then some of the charms I put in my charm trays, and I'll use those as well, and then use them for hostess gifts too. So, did I miss any questions, you guys? You are so welcome. I love doing this kind of stuff. It's great, so you can see a different perspective. And I like to see what you guys do too. I learn from you as well. All right, I don't see any more questions, so I am signing out. If you want to see anything else, I can happily do another Periscope for you. Just tell me what you'd like to learn about or what you'd like to see, and I will get it up here. It'll be in the evening, so talk to you guys later.